When was the last time you did something nice for someone else and you had no expectations of thanks or acknowledgement in return? Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I would like to have a personal conversation with you tonight about selfless giving. We live in a world today where it's very easy to become selfish or singularly focused in receiving thanks, acknowledgement, or some form of compensation for virtually everything we do in life. But what if there was something more? What if we chose a different path? Greater than yourself is this different path because it focuses on helping others instead of that acknowledgement for ourselves. This enables us to empower others and lift them up through our simple and selfless acts of giving. Now, this is something that I believe we all have inside of us. I know we do. We just sometimes need that one special moment to make us realize it and to bring it out of us. Well, I experienced such a special moment about 13 years ago. I finished graduate school and I moved to this big metropolitan city. It was full of life, energy, diversity, and glamour. It was full of a lot of people with a lot of money. But it was also, unfortunately, filled with a lot of people who had nothing. One of the things that really made me sad was to see the number of people who were either homeless or hungry or had no one they could rely on in a time of need. Inside, I felt there was something that I should do, something I needed to do to try to make a difference. Well, my first Christmas in the city gave me this opportunity to make that difference, albeit a very small difference. So on Christmas Eve, I went out. I bought a bunch of food. I bought a bunch of chicken, some vegetables, some bread, some potatoes. I went home, and I spent all afternoon cooking dinners. I'm not sure how many I made. I just know there was a lot. Trust me. I put them in these disposable boxes. I put them in a crate. I put this crate in the back of my car. And that evening, my girlfriend and I, at the time, we drove around the city handing out these dinners to homeless people we saw. Now, let me be clear. My girlfriend at the time did not agree with my gesture because she felt it was too dangerous. She insisted that I park underneath the street lamps. And when I got out of the car to deliver dinner, she would quickly, click, lock the door behind me. As I would go to hand these dinners out, I would say, Merry Christmas, here's a nice warm dinner for you. I have to tell you, I had this huge smile on my face as I watched these individuals just tearing the food up, shoving it in their mouth as quick as they could. I had a few who even stopped and asked, why are you doing this? I'm a little slow, don't ever think of this. You need to eat. Now, I did have a few people who actually refused my gesture, and a couple who actually walked away rather quickly as I approached them. Believe it or not, I understood why they did this. There's an element of pride and dignity that goes into accepting something like this. To be quite honest, if I were in their position, I have not a clue what I would have done. The most memorable response that I received was from this one gentleman whose enthusiasm was off the charts. I get out of the car to go deliver dinner. Click. The soon-to-be ex-girlfriend locks the door again. I walk over to him. I said, Merry Christmas, sir. Here's a nice warm dinner for you. His initial reaction was, oh, cool. And he opens the box, looks inside, and says, oh, cool. He jumped up. I stepped back. It was at that point that I was so happy I had the keys in my pocket because I knew she would have driven off the left. I had not a clue what to expect from that gentleman at that particular moment. And if I'm honest with you and myself, I didn't know what to expect from that entire evening. My only intention was to show a little compassion to a forgotten segment of society. What I realized from that one individual is that when we take the time to do something nice for someone else that helps them feel better, helps them feel greater, that is the right thing to do, and that is greater than yourself. If there's one thing that I regret from that evening, it's not having it up to everybody that I encountered. But that Christmas Eve moment has remained with me, even till today. And it has helped me to integrate greater than yourself deeper into my life. And this is an integration that we all in this room can actually do. Whether it's feeding homeless people and strangers here in Hong Kong, or sponsoring poor children in poor countries, or how about something closer to home? That one colleague in the office is having trouble fitting in. How about helping them? Whatever you do, greater than yourself has many different faces. I just encourage us all in this room to find the one that suits us, and as Vanessa would say, march on and just do it. But just remember, greater than yourself, it is a state of being. It is who we as individuals should strive to become. It is the ultimate act of giving. It is altruism at its best. And when we live greater than yourself at its best, we become our best.